It seems to me that as soon as politicians get in, they become part of this club, and the rest of us, beneath them, are just ants running about. They become besotted with their position. I can't imagine finding success and then moving to a building in Manhattan with 300 strangers, like a bunch of little ants going home at night. It is not enough to be busy. So are the ants. The question is, what are we busy about? I discovered that if one looks a little closer at this beautiful world, there are always red ants underneath. David Lynch, Alan Jerry. In the early 1940s, as a young teenager, I was utterly appalled by the racist and jingoist hysteria of the anti-Japanese propaganda. The Germans were evil, but treated with some respect. They were, after all, blonde Aryan types, just like our imaginary self-image. Japanese were mere vermin, to be crushed like ants. Some men spend their lives watching bees and ants, noting down the habits of these insects. My pleasure is to watch the human mind, noting how unselfish instincts rise to the surface and sink back again, making way for selfish instincts, each equally necessary, for the world would perish were it to become entirely selfish or entirely unselfish. It took 2 or 3 months and I came up with a reason that I thought was enough and I went with it. If there is a God, he's definitely not benevolent. We should mean less to him than ants. And if there is a God, or there are gods, they would value, more than anything, free will. My very first gig was with the Sex Pistols, and it was also our first ever gig. It was a very short set, and it was at St. Martin's College of Art in 1975. We were opening up for a band called Bazooka Joe, and their bass player at the time was Adam Ant, who went on to form Adam and the Ants. I was a senior in high school when I decided I wanted to work on ants as a career. I just fell in love with them, and have never regretted it. Ants are the leading removers of dead creatures on the land. And the rest of life is substantially dependent upon them. My mom was a huge Adam and the Ants fan. My granddad listened to a lot of Motown and Elvis and Johnny Cash. So I was kind of well-rounded. I remember looking at James Joyce's journals. It was just amazing. It looked like ants had written on the page. So much writing on one page, every corner of the page was filled. Some of the lines were underlined in yellow or blue or red. A lot of color and intense writing.